welcome. It's that time of the day when we bring you the latest from Bollywood and social media. This is Planet Bollywood. मेरा नाम है सागरिका छेत्री.
And this is me, Gunjan Seni. Without wasting any more time, सागा आगे बढ़ते हैं and let's tell you guys what's the top trending headlines for the day.
Zoom के exclusive interview में पहली बार makers of Bala have spoken on why they decided to cast Bhumi Pednekar. फरहान अख्तर ने CBFC के inconsistent decisions पर उठाए सवाल.
Myntra Fashion Superstar के फाइनलिस्ट हमारे साथ जुड़ेंगे इन द स्टूडियो. बाला का ट्रेलर सामने आते ही भूमि पेडनेकर के रोल को काफी क्रिटिसिज्म मिल रहा था. इनफैक्ट ये सवाल काफी बार पूछा गया कि why was a dark skinned girl not casted instead of her?
And in an exclusive interview with Zoom, the makers of Bala, Amar, Kaushik and Dinesh Vijan, उन्होंने पहली बार इस मुद्दे पर बात किया and they beautifully put their point across, telling us why did they decide to cast Bhumi Pednekar in this role. Check this out.
thing that bothered me was that darkening of Bhumi's skin. मुझे ऐसा लगा कि जो पॉइंट आप बोल रहे थे कि जो जैसा है उसको आप करो, तो I'm sure in that zone, I'm sure there are a lot of soundly actresses who are brilliant as well.
But I'd like to take that on. So I'm saying, for example,
Yeah.
this is a sensitive topic, I completely understand. But the fact of the matter is, color
जी.
is not the only characteristic why Bhumi was cast. Latika is also, like you said, a very independent, strong girl if you see Bhumi's outlook towards life.
Yeah.
Similarly, why is no one questioning that I should have cast a bald guy as Bala?
When you were watching your film, did you not feel a little
मैं
uncomfortable?
बताता हूँ आपको. आप मुझे बोलते थोड़ा सा सावली, मुझे थोड़ा सावली नहीं चाहिए था फिल्म में. मुझे थोड़ा उससे ऊपर चाहिए था फिल्म में, हमेशा से. मेरे आसपास की एक दीदी हैं, उनकी कहानी है ये. उनके साथ जैसा होता था मुझे हमेशा वो लतिका वही दिखती थी. और जैसे मैंने भूमि से बात करना चालू किया, मुझे वही दीदी दिख रही थी कि ये मेरी वो दीदी हैं. लेकिन इनका कलर उस दीदी का मैंने फ़ोटो खींच के दिखाई है कि ये मुझे शर्म आई थी ये बोलने की मुझे ऐसी चाहिए वो. किसी सावली या किसी डार्क मतलब ऐसी उनकी एक्ट्रेस लेता तब भी मुझे बोला जाता कि आपने इनको सिर्फ इसी रोल के लिए लिया. होता है ना कि आपने स्ट्रीमलाइन कर दिया एक्टर्स को कि ये तो यही कर सकता है ये, क्योंकि
नहीं, I'm saying
यहाँ पे मैं थोड़ी डिसएग्री इसलिए हूँ you had एक मुद्दा आपने उठाया था कि बॉल्ड पर्सन को क्यों नहीं बोला. But is it really an issue?
Not at all.
Compared to what other issues?
What should be there is if you said we are self-aware.
You are self-aware.
We must be able to have a conversation where you're saying X and I'm saying Y. We have to agree to disagree also.
I love शाहरुख for sure. मतलब दोनों फिल्मों में मेरे शाहरुख ने बहुत बड़ा उनका बहुत बड़ा हाथ है.
It's a cameo that he didn't have to pay for.
Well, that was Amar, Kaushik and Dinesh Vijan talking about कि भाई क्यों they wanted Bhumi casted in this role. आपको क्या लगता है? Do you think now that you've heard the filmmakers speak about Bhumi's role, do you also agree with them? Do tell us in the comments down below. Saga, are you convinced?
Absolutely convinced, Gunjan. And I mean, I've always been talking about how casting is always on the filmmaker's decision क्योंकि vision उनका है, फिल्म वो बना रहे हैं ऑडियंस के लिए. Of course कुछ चीज़ें ऑडियंस को खटकती है तो आजकल सोशल मीडिया के कारण वो आकर जाहिर करते हैं that they did not like a particular thing in that trailer of the film. But to be very honest, after this interview, there is so much clarity on what a filmmaker thinks before casting anybody in a role. और इतने beautiful तरीके से दोनों Dinesh Vijan and Amar Kaushik they spoke about so honestly that how and why they felt Bhumi fit that role so well, and I can't agree enough.
But I like that कि they were open to taking sort of criticism still, and
True.
especially when the movie has done so well. We have seen in the past how some of the filmmakers have come and said कि अगर audience को movie पसंद आ गई तो why are you even pointing out anything?
कि ऑडियंस को तो पसंद आ गई है, तुम्हें ही प्रॉब्लम है. These are the kind of replies.
Exactly, the numbers are speaking for themselves, but numbers can speak for themselves. In entirety movie can be great, लेकिन उसके बाद भी अगर एक दो चीजें हों और उसके लिए अगर आप healthy discussion कर सकें, criticism ले सकें, I think that sort of sets the tone that there are filmmakers who are actually thinking and they're coming from a good place. The intention is good. So वो सुनकर बहुत अच्छा लगा, and for a change that's happening. But more than that, I feel like the whole discussion probably now clears out one thing कि अगर आप किसी इंसान को अगर कास्ट करते हो तो also it's not fair for the actor कि अगर वो सावला नहीं है then why shouldn't they be given a chance?
Absolutely.
Two filmmakers they trust a actor, then why shouldn't they cast them? क्योंकि looks is something that can be worked on.
Yeah.
But the problem only comes जहाँ पर Bollywood में सावली actresses के लिए जगह ही नहीं है. The fact is that they're still on the quest to find them. And I don't think as a country like India हमारे पास सावली लड़कियों की कमी नहीं है. And the fact is that the Bollywood doesn't have enough representation of them, sort of says enough.
But that's not true, Gunjan. अगर आप बॉलीवुड में झांक कर भी देखो, टॉप एक्ट्रेसेस के नाम जब भी आते हैं, there have been actresses with dark skinned and very comfortable in their skin as well. Talk about शबाना आज़मी के ज़माने से स्मिता पाटिल, we had काजोल, रानी मुखर्जी, शिल्पा शेट्टी for that matter, बिपाशा बासु and राधिका आप्टे, now even भूमि पेडनेकर. So it's not that Bollywood has not seen this side of the skin color.
Probably they have seen, but मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि शायद उतना ज़्यादा representation नहीं है. The fact is कि हम आज भी अपने हाथ पर गिन सकते हैं the number of heroines who have a darker skin. The fact is कि आज भी casting calls जाते हैं asking for a fair-skinned, up-market girls. The fact is that top-notch commercial actresses like even Smita Patil and Farhan Azmi came from a place जहाँ पर art movies चलती थी, you know. So I feel like कि it is not. I mean the fact is अगर आप percentage देखें on real life, the amount of सावली लड़कियाँ जो हमारे आसपास है, and me as a savvy person will be the representative to talk about it. And the fact is that how you see the same percentage convert in Bollywood, the conversion is not enough. And probably शायद कहा जाता है कि भाई a savvy लड़की can't aspire to be a Bollywood actress, and that is why they do not even sort of dream and aspire to be here, and that's why we don't. It's not easy to find an actress जो उतनी savvy हो और उसको फटाफट cast भी कर लिया जाए.
लेकिन looking at the positives, I think we're moving towards real cinema, and
True
now
that.
that real characters are demanded by the audience, तो makers को they have to be as close to reality as possible, and thank God for that. लेकिन एक बात जो अमर कौशिक ने जो कही मुझे बहुत अच्छी लगी, where he said अगर मैं किसी डार्क स्किन कैरेक्टर, क्योंकि उनके लिए लतिका का जो कैरेक्टर था वो बहुत ही डार्क स्किन कैरेक्टर था एंड इट वाज इंस्पायर्ड बाय रियल लाइफ दीदी जो उनके आसपास रहती थी, तो उन्होंने कहा कि कैसे अगर वो बहुत ही डार्क स्किन लड़की को लेते तब भी शायद उन पर उंगलियां उठाते लोग, पूछते हुए कि क्यों आप यहाँ पे सिर्फ अभी आपने इन्हें कास्ट किया, यू काइंड ऑफ स्टीरियोटाइपिंग इट, क्यों उस डार्क स्किन गर्ल को ग्लैमरस रोल्स नहीं मिलते. दैट वाज अनदर कॉन्वर्सेशन ऑल टुगेदर.
True that.
सो जिस तरीके से ये इंटरव्यू में दिनेश विजन एंड अमर कौशिक have put the points across, I thought it was beautiful.
True that. At least they were coming from an honest place.
Absolutely.
You know, फिर उसके बाद of course जैसे भी हम लोग I mean benefit of doubt तो देना पड़ता है filmmakers को, and knowing that there was no doubt to be given is even more heartening here. Well, you know what, Saga, I like one more thing about that, and when they were saying ना कि जब movie देखकर last scene के बारे में जब सब बात कर रहे थे, they said they saw Latika Bhumi Pednekar in the last scene, and they were like, you know, she looked absolutely gorgeous in the last scene.
Yeah.
And I feel like in their own inconsistent ways, जिस भी तरह से वो दिखा पाए, लेकिन the fact as a country we have not been able to see prettiness in darkness. You know, and the fact is they could see Latika as a beautiful, pretty girl, and could not and sort of not focus on how dark or light her skin is.
Yeah.
I think that's still a big, huge takeaway from the film.
Absolutely, and that is the beautiful and the beauty of this film. जहाँ पर वो कह रहे हैं कि आयुष्मान is just the vessel, and the other characters, the other challenges that society, it's kind of a mirror. And I think that is the success mantra for this film, and we hope to see more of these films because audience is really hungry for good content.
Absolutely.
फरहान अख्तर has called out CBFC's inconsistent guidelines क्योंकि उन्होंने एक हॉलीवुड फिल्म फोर्ड वर्सेस फरारी में अल्कोहल बॉटल्स और ग्लासेस को ब्लर करने का डिसीजन लिया.
In fact, Farhan Akhtar ने एक बहुत ही sarcastic tweet में he called this out, and he said the day is not far when they'll just have this script read out in theaters. Why the Indian adult is treated like a delinquent who can't think for him or herself or tell right from wrong is beyond me. इसलिए the सवाल is for you guys.
I want to ask you, do you agree with CBFC's decision of blurring the bottles? Please put in your comments and use our hashtag below. I mean, I just want to understand and ask one thing. By merely blurring the bottles and glasses, which anyway look awkward on screen, then you're curious to find out कि वो क्या था, are you anyway putting a positive impact on the young ones who are actually watching this film? I mean, this is a big question in front of my eyes right now. I mean, there is a bar, you're sitting, you have a glass. अब आपने इसको ब्लर करने का डिसीजन लिया है, बट आपको दिख रहा है कि वो ब्लर है, तो क्या आप पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट डाल रहे हो वो ब्लर करके?
Saga, you're not the only one, but a lot of people on Twitter are actually echoing your sentiment. They're also sort of asking the same questions from CBFC. Lionel Fernandez का कहना है, yeah, because once they blur, we don't know they're drinking alcohol. In fact, it attracts more undeserving attention to alcohol and cigarettes, makes me want to get out of the theater and get a drink. Ridiculous.
वहीं पर Karthikeyan कहते हैं, hey CBFC, stop pretending that you are achieving a sanskari society by blurring out alcohol and cigarettes from movies. This is not helping anyone grow up.
And Harish also asked a very good question. He said, ridiculous. In a country where there's so many vulgar songs using liquor and so many movies showing liquor bottles, inexplainable.
I mean, kudos to Farhan Akhtar for calling this out, and उनके tweet के बाद ही actually ये viral गया and people were aware कि ये हो रहा है, and very rightly he's put it in his tweet कि एक दिन आएगा जब हम सिर्फ scripts पढ़ेंगे क्योंकि हम ये दिखाना चाहते हैं पर दिखा नहीं सकते क्योंकि CBFC से blur कर देगी. Also मुझे एक और बात समझनी है कि हमने इतनी सारे फिल्में देखी है जहाँ बार में सीक्वेंस है, दारू की बातें हो रही है लिरिक्स में, उस पर कोई बैन नहीं है. इट्स जस्ट अबाउट द सीन जो आप एक ग्लास. बट आई ऑल्सो रिमेंबर वॉचिंग बॉलीवुड फिल्म्स जिसमें चाहे वो एप्पल जूस हो बट दिखता तो वो रोजे वाइन ही है. तो हाउ वर दोज अलाउड एंड हाउ सडनली इन दिस फिल्म दे वांट टू ब्लर the scenes?
I think the question just is that कि एक तो consistent guidelines नहीं है हर मूवी के लिए. The fact is कि कुछ मूवीज में अलाउ कर दिया जाता है और कुछ मूवीज में नहीं किया जाता. Why? What is the reason behind that? And two, what is the purpose of blurring these things? या तो वो कहेंगी there is a set sort of agenda, there's a proper thought that has gone behind कि हम alcohol बिल्कुल नहीं दिखाएंगे. Like right after cigarettes we do, right?
Yeah.
There's a disclaimer that you put out. Like अगर आप alcohol के साथ भी वही करना चाहते हैं, then put out a disclaimer.
Yeah.
I mean the whole blurring of the sort of bottles and glasses takes away from the scene, and like people are saying, Saga, some people are not even noticing.
Right.
They're so engulfed in the scene कि भाई story कैसे आगे जा रही है, कौन इंसान किससे क्या कह रहा है. It sort of becomes a backdrop. लेकिन जैसे आप उसे
blur कर दोगे डेफिनेटली लोग देखेंगे और क्यूरियस होंगे, सवाल उठाएंगे. ऑल्सो आई थिंक कि इस फिल्म को यूए सर्टिफिकेट मिला है एंड दैट इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द रीजंस दैट देव डिसाइडेड टू ब्लर. बट आई अंडरस्टैंड टू एन एक्सटेंट जहां आप किसी भी बॉटल के लेबल को ब्लर कर रहे हो क्योंकि आपको कंपनी का नाम नहीं फ्लैश करना, दैट आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड. तो अगर आप वो भी करना चाहते हो तो मुझे समझ में आता है. बट blurring the entire bottle, 3 bottles together, the glass suddenly is vanished, it just looks like the actors holding an object. It's just not a great viewing experience as an audience.
वैसे वक्त हो चुका है एक छोटे से ब्रेक का, बट ब्रेक के बाद there are a lot more interesting stuff coming up, so you don't want to go anywhere.
Welcome back to Planet Bollywood. Well, आज स्टूडियो में हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं 3 special guests. We are talking about the finalists of Myntra Fashion Superstar, starting with Sumedha, Sharma. We also have Deepen Sharma, also known as Deepen. And the winner of Myntra Fashion Superstar, India's first influencer, Tanumita Ghosh, TGIF.
Now guys, of course excitement तो पता चल ही रहा है, but then this was your first fashion reality show. Yeah. What was the experience like?
So
You want me to go first?
yeah, please.
It was surreal because like for most of us, I think none of us actually thought about coming here.
Yeah.
And like if I talk about myself, I never imagined that I would be here and then actually like reach on to the finale. So like my parents used to be like, "Are you still there?" At home, and I'm like, "You should be proud of me." Like what? But yeah, like it was amazing meeting Sonakshi, Shalina, the contestants, everybody. Like it was amazing.
Tanumita, your takeaway from the show. Has the feeling sunk in yet?
No, it's still like, sinking in. So when I won, so I couldn't feel anything. So I went back to the hotel and then I was like, oh, I won it. Oh, now, okay, now I'm still feeling it. So it's taking time, but overall, I think it's one of the best, most amazing experience we all will ever have.
Definitely.
Didi, please, were you putting a lot of pressure on yourself?
Definitely yes, because I had this certain sense of, oh, I have to be able to achieve this. And just the pressure of like sustaining that was real. And, but the fact is like, I didn't let it dilute my creativity in the sense like I need to enjoy what I'm doing and people around me should also have fun while doing it. And I think now that I look back, it definitely came through.
So tell me, which was the most difficult challenge according to you in the entire...
Oh my God, the physical fitness challenge. Like, I was just like, I don't do anything that like deals with like exercise or anything. So I said I have to do something that I can do. Like, so I said something semi-flexible.
And you became a rubber band.
पैर इतना ही ऊपर जाता.
I know.
Yeah, on Saturdays she ties me like around her hair. stretch back.
Also, I mean, you all were mentored and judged by
Yeah.
some of the best in the industry. The guest judges also came in and gave their inputs. What was that like? How was that whole experience?
So first of all, for me, I was starstruck every moment.
Right.
Having Sonakshi Sinha on the set.
True.
And secondly, you know, being from the fashion industry and everything, I was always like, I always admired Shalina.
Right.
And working so closely with her, I think.
Yeah.
How was Sonakshi is what I want to know. Like, was she a tough cookie? Like, did you take something from her?
She's such a sweetheart.
Yeah,
First of
she
all,
She's
like,
so humble and down to earth. Like, you know, like, she is really sweet. Like,
and very like genuine.
Genuine,
Yeah.
You know, super genuine.
yeah, asli.
She is asli, yeah, absolutely. And you know, like though she was not harsh on anybody, but she was the criticism was very constructive.
constructive, yeah.
You know, there was a perspective that like when we think about something that we do, we only have that one-dimensional perspective. But she always brought in like the third perspective.
Yeah.
You know, and that was that really helped over the weeks.
Yeah.
Which actually helped
Yeah,
us grow,
yeah.
work on better content.
Yeah.
And
But it was not all difficult. Like, there were a lot of fun moments, there were a lot of fun challenges. Tell us about that. I saw that towel challenge and that was crazy. Tell me more.
okay, so the towel challenge happened like very spontaneously, and I wasn't prepared. So when I went out there on the streets, I was like, my ears were all hot. I couldn't see anything in front of me, and I'm just like, I don't know anybody. Okay, but let's do this. So I just went out there and I sat, and people were like, in 5 minutes, there was like a huge chaos in Powai. And I actually saw so many people taking out their cameras and shooting and all of that. But it was challenging because it was raining firstly, and you know, people saw cameras, so they weren't coming in. But we needed people to come and interact, you know, give their reactions. So that wasn't happening, and I had to open my towel a couple of times. But I was wearing clothes.
Yeah, she was. Nice, bright neon color.
Yes.
Correct.
When she was filming hers, like the towel scene, I had just finished mine and I was on my way back to the set. And I'm just like spacing out because I'm like, what did I just do? And I see this girl in this towel just like taking it off. I'm just like, ye kaun hai?
What is this girl? Am I just little?
I mean, I was very far away, so I'm just like, I see this girl just like throwing her down. I'm just like, what is she doing?
But like the reactions that the public gave, precious. Like the aunties ka stare, the guys staring.
I can only
everything
imagine.
was so precious. Like, guts, man.
Memories for a lifetime. But talking about being the first digital fashion reality show, I want to ask, being on social media, how is it easier to become an influencer because of the platform that you're getting and the reach that you get, or is it difficult to be an influencer because there are so many already there?
It's actually difficult. There's always pros and cons of every profession if you see, but it's actually difficult because there are many influencers, right?
Right.
But putting out your real content, authentic stuff, that's difficult. Everyone, you know, you'll find everyone doing the same thing again and again and again.
Yeah.
So I think that's difficult, and it's exhausting also
Right.
to do like new things every day and all of that. I think that's the difficult part.
But at the same time, like it's actually nicer, like even if you're like a micro influencer, but like, you know, the audience that you have, they actually connect to you, and like, you know, you have that real base and not like just a bunch of people who are just like, oh yeah, like,
Like,
Right, you can have smaller numbers, but it could still talk
definitely.
to you.
It means something more.
But digital world is also about hashtags, and hashtags were also very important for you guys. Tell me some of those important or your created hashtags that you're proud of.
hashtag sue me for Shavas.
Iconic.
No, like a lot of people actually tried to attempt the challenge and they tagged me with that hashtag, so I was happy about that.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Right. So, what are your future plans? How do you plan to take this forward now?
I would love, so I have like this particular, like I know what I like to do, you know. I don't like to create like pump up content like back to back. I can't do that. It's exhausting creatively. So like create quality content, but like it should, I want people to like wait to like, you know, okay, like every Monday, not Mondays, I'm just saying like
once a week.
once a week or sometimes, but you know for a fact that when it's something, it's going to be worth watching.
True.
You know, something like that, something that's going to leave you wanting more over weeks.
Yeah.
Not like, okay, he'll post today. Oh, aaj post nahi hai, I will post it. No, I can't do that. Because I don't like to do that to someone else, so I don't expect that back.
True. Tanumita, how about you?
Yeah, you two won the show. So what are your future plans? Tell us about that.
So my plans are obviously, so my entire plan to become an influencer, to get into influencing and everything, was to inspire more and more people to take up fashion, to dress fashionably, to express themselves, to go out there. There's so many things that even like I think all of us have spoken about on the show. So after the show, like even on the show when it was happening, so many people connected how you know, how they can dress better, how they can express themselves better through fashion, because it all comes down to, you know, days when you're not feeling well, you don't feel like dressing. There are people who say like, there's no point dressing up so much and all of that. I'm not saying dress up a lot, but you know, inspiring people to dress better. And if you dress better,
basically
I think
feel
you
good
better.
about yourself.
What
Absolutely.
brings your
Absolutely,
individuality in what
yeah.
you're doing?
Yeah.
What would be your guys' biggest takeaway now that this is over? What are you going to take back home?
A lot of memories for sure.
Was it high on drama though, like, or was it more friendships and nice?
No,
and
like, you
learning?
know, I actually like, when you talk about social media, people, all kinds of people message you, right?
Yeah.
So I got so many messages, oh, this is scripted and all of that. And,
Yeah.
you know, like, trying to tell them that, no, this is so real. And, like, you know, our reactions and actually the hard work that we put in.
Yeah.
And, like, because we knew that all of us are, like, working so hard. And, like, you know, like, everybody's brainstorming and everything. We kind of, like, respected each other. And we became, like, a close-knit family. And, like, you know, like, we can count
We
on
used
each
to
other.
fake drama.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was no drama.
Yeah.
So we had to like,
There was no drama.
do something. Yeah.
All right. So
Coffee.
if you have to sum up your journey in Myntra Fashion Superstar in one word, just quickly tell me what would your
Speak your truth and live your truth.
right. How about you?
Unforgettable.
Surreal.
Sorry. All
Sweet. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today in the studio. Well, these are your Myntra Fashion Superstars, and very much so, because they've rightfully earned their place here. Well, this is me, Gunjan Saini, signing off for today.
And this is me, Sagarika Chetri. Keep watching Planet Bollywood every day at 9 p.m. only on Zoom.